Hello and what is up, ladies and gentlemen? JSGC here, and we're here for another episode of the Football Fix. We've not done it in so long, and we're here again now. So we're going to recap this week all the events that's happened in all of the Premier League matches. We're running in chronological order, which means that we're running from the first game that happened this weekend through to the very last. So we're going to start off with the exciting match of Man United versus Tottenham. Now, more fool you if you've put that on your both teams to score. It was just never going to be on it. Tottenham without Harry Kane, always going to be struggling. They do miss him a lot. When he weren't firing for him back in August, they struggled. When he's injured, they're going to struggle again. They've not really got the creativity to break down teams like Manchester United without having someone that's class like Kane there, and they've not got a like-for-like replacement. So we all knew the match was going to be boring. It's Jose Mourinho up against Tottenham without Harry Kane. So it finishes it's no surprise to anyone actually. It finishes 1-0. A good flick on from Lukaku into the last 10 minutes, and Martial finishes home with a tidy finish. Now Man United score a lot of goals in the last 10 minutes, so that tells me a lot about how Manchester United have been very patient, waiting for teams to make the mistakes, and as teams are getting a little bit more etchy towards the end of the game, they're smelling the mistakes and they're punishing them by being clinical, which is what's keeping Man United up there in the top two. So we'll run to the 3 o'clock kickoffs now. By the way, I've just been popping up what people have said in their score predictions or the Twitter polls, and you'll just see that there as well. That's a nice bit of interaction. So if you follow me on Twitter, that's at JSGC171 in block capitals. Then you'll be able to see my polls, you'll be able to participate, and you'll be able to leave your score predictions, and you'll feature in the video. Simple as that, really. 3 o'clock kickoff, so Arsenal 2-1 against Swansea. Difficult match, really. Swansea did lead. So unlucky. Arsenal performed a lot better into the second half. I think within 5 or 10 minutes managed to grab 2 goals, and really from there Arsenal looked quite comfortable. So they see home another 3 points, and Arsene Wenger has now done 800 games, I think. So, it's a lot of games. Been there forever. Palace, they faced West Ham. This is probably one of the most exciting games for me to talk about, actually. Crystal Palace went 2-0 down. West Ham, absolutely excellent. They were carrying on their momentum that they picked up in the League Cup when they beat Tottenham at Wembley, and they messed it all up. There you go. So they'll put under pressure from Crystal Palace. Actually, they were a lot better in the second half, and then for some reason, the last minute of the match, I can't remember who went forward, went to the corner flag and then crossed the ball, messed it up. They cleared their lines, countered, and scored. That is insane. Oh, man, I can't help but feel sorry for the West Ham fans there. But Zaha, great finish. Past Joe Hart, who played really well in this game. Ugh, there you go. 2-0, always a dangerous scoreline, but a good point for Crystal Palace. They're knocking off them points now. They're picking up some momentum. Beat Chelsea a couple of weeks ago. They're picking up points. There we go. 3-0 Liverpool, it finished up against Huddersfield. There isn't a lot really to be said about this. I thought in the first half that Huddersfield managed to hold their own defensively going forward. Just don't even mention them going forward because they didn't go forward. Second half, did they go forward again? I don't know. But Liverpool did, continued their barrage, managed to pick up 3 goals in the second half. Good second half from Liverpool. Another 3 points, and they'll be looking at above now and looking for 4th place and above. I think they've got the Champions League coming up this week as well, so it's something else for Jurgen Klopp to think of. Now, Watford played Stoke, and I know someone commented saying that they thought they were going to put 5 past Stoke, I think. I'll leave that up here. They didn't score any. Stoke have been bad. Mark Hughes' job was coming into question, but all credit to them. Work from the training ground. I think it's a corner comes in. Fletcher's on the edge of the box. They work the set piece in. Gets a good goal. Watford and Stoke hold on for the winner. Did make an added note here that I thought Troy Deeney was just simply bad in this game. I think he was trying to show his weight. I think he grabbed someone by the throat or face and stuff. He should have seen red for it. It's poor. You're 1-0 down. You need your strikers up there, not losing the head. So it's just all-round poor play from Troy Deeney there, and showed himself up. So I hope you didn't have him in your fantasy team. West Brom played Man City. I've already done a review on that, so there's not a lot to be said. Back and forward, 1-0 Man City, 1-1, 2-1 Man City, 3-1 Man City, 3-2. Raheem Sterling carries on his good goal-scoring form. West Brom's organisation. I expected them to sit tight. They didn't sit tight. They were quite open. You're going to concede when you're quite open against Man City if you can't go toe for toe with them. But 3-2, they lost by 1 goal. It's actually a fair effort. 2 mistakes from Man City in defence and goalkeeping coming forward for the first, and then Otamendi just a terrible bit of judgment in the last minute of the added time in the second half. But another 3 points for Man City. Can they be stopped? Let me know in the comments, can they be stopped? And if so, who? Bournemouth in the late kick-off on Saturday evening played Chelsea. Now, Bournemouth were sitting tight and being quite defensive, which is understandable because they're playing Chelsea and they're playing one of the top 6 sides in the league and current champions. So it's understandable that they wanted to change up the tactic. But I didn't agree with Eddie Howe in doing this because it didn't really look like a fluent Bournemouth performance, and the poor form into the season continues once more. So, they're still struggling. Chelsea now starting to pick up some much-needed momentum. So Eddie Howe, needs to go back to the fluent passing, attacking football. Seems to have been disrupted this season. I'm not sure what they can do to put it right. But Eddie Howe's a good manager, and if I was Bournemouth, I'd be backing him to get it right, or at least give him a fair bit more time, because he's done wonders at Bournemouth. On to Sunday, we had the South Coast derby. Brighton and Hove Albion played Southampton. 1-1 draw. It's a fair result, to be fair with you. Davis did really well for Southampton. He's actually like a little unsung hero, actually. I'm starting to take note now of how well he is performing in the midfield for them. And Brighton equalised through Glenn Murray in a typical cross comes in. He's there, bullies the defender, powers a header in. Goalkeeper can't get to it in time or properly. I think goes in on the underside of the bar. Vintage Glenn Murray really there. But a 1-1 draw, and I'm sure that Brighton, considering they were losing, will take that. So they've not got bragging rights there. So they'll have to wait now till the return leg at St Mary's later on in the season. Leicester faced Everton. Now, there's a lot to talk about in this one. I thought Leicester were very impressive. It was much like watching the Leicester that had been in the past. For how they've performed, particularly when they won the Premier League season, counter-attacking. One attack that they did with Jamie Vardy when he scored, they came forward, brilliant counter-attack, ball gets whipped in, Vardy's there, right place, right time, fires into the roof of the net. And it was like watching the Leicester of old. It's just a bit inconsistent, but I'm sure Puel, who's a new manager now at Leicester, will take 3 points. It keeps Leicester from being near the bottom up towards mid-table. Last quite near the top half, I think, as well now. But for Everton, Gray got the second, by the way, for Leicester, if you was wondering, who's an underrated player in my opinion. I think he's a good player. Everton, David Owens was surely can't be getting the job now. They have approached, apparently this morning, they've approached the Burnley manager, Sean Dyche. So, David Owens was obviously not the man to take them forward after getting criticised by Joey Barton. That's a little bit of a joke that you're getting criticised by Joey Barton. The guy that, didn't he shove a cigar in Ousmane Darbo's face? There you go, football for you. But Paul from Everton, still in the relegation zone, still struggling. They spent £150 million, but that's not an excuse. It's poor investment in the wrong areas. So Everton have got a lot of work to do. And if they do get Sean Dyche, that'll be a good appointment, because he picks up wins and he guarantees that your team will at least be playing as a team and a unit. And talking of Sean Dyche and teams and units, we've got Burnley up into 7th and into a potential European place next season at the moment, beating Newcastle at home 1-0 in the Monday night football match. Typical Sean Dyche performance from the Burnley lads. Difficult to beat, hard to break down. Not many opportunities in the game. You get one opportunity, it opens up, Hendrick puts the ball into the net. That will do. 3 points. Wrote down the league table so I can go through it with you there. So Burnley, like I said, are up to 7th now. I'll pop the league table up here so you can see it too. So Burnley are up to 7th. They're on to 16 points. Man City flying high on 28 points with the 9 wins and a draw against Everton. Man United chasing on 23. And you've got a little bit of a gap then happening with their 3 points thanks to the win against Spurs. Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, to all the top 6 from last season, already in the top 6 again this season. Watford doing well, Newcastle doing well. They've disappointed both of them to lose, otherwise they may well have been able to have actually broke into the top 6, but they haven't. Southampton doing what Southampton do, which is finish around 9th or 10th. Leicester in just below now the top half. I said they're starting to climb clear of relegation, and down at the bottom you still got Everton in the bottom 3 with Swansea out there on goal difference. I'm sure Swansea will take that at the end of the season if they end up staying up again. And Bournemouth struggling, and Crystal Palace now starting to pick up some points, picking up 4 points I think in the last 3 weekends of the Premier League, which if they can carry out until the end of the season, then you know you'll probably think that they're going to be safe. Can Roy Hodgson turn it round? We'll have to see. But that is the football fix for you. I've enjoyed doing this Premier League review. I'll be doing another one next week, I hope. Yeah, probably next week. Why not? Do one again next week. We've got Premier League fixtures, not the international break just yet. That's the week after. So we'll see you for them with much more matches to look forward to, including one I'm looking forward to, which is Man City Arsenal. Teams that don't know how to defend and attacking each other. What's not to like? So don't forget to leave a big thumbs up. Please remember to subscribe if you haven't already and you like the content. Please don't forget to check out my social media in the description below, where I'll put the links on for you to click. And I do like to put pictures on Instagram, and I do tweet quite a bit from my account, so do check that out. I put polls on and the feature in the videos, and I'm doing my fantasy football tomorrow. You can check that out. And again, I have a league. You can check out the fantasy football ones. I have a link in the description for them to join my league. You can join that league, and then you'll feature into the video too, because I'll put your name up in the league and show how everyone's performing. So there we go, lots of interaction. So we'll see you then from JSGC. I hope you'll have a nice day. Peace. Ciao for now.